The mind games begin. Jason Myers, Tim Brown, looking over at each other, cinching those belts up tight. They will be ready to start the Hayes Jewelers 200 this time by. It's Jason Myers, Tim Brown, Robert Jeffries, and Danny Bowman.
Danny Bowman here, finished third here tonight, opening night at Bowman Gray. I'm gonna call you out because for the race you was, pissing and moaning, said this car wasn't that good. Third place wasn't bad. You got up there second for a while, but it wasn't. You didn't have nothing for Tim, but you had a good car.
Yeah, you never have a good enough race car, so you try to make it as best you can. But no, Tim had a real good car. We got in the second, and everybody wanted me to get up and pressure him, but he knows what he's doing, and I figured if I could get him laid back a little bit and try to get a run on him, coming off the corner and stuff, which I tried to do a few times, but just didn't work. And towards the end of the race, we got a little tight in the center and then got loose off. But with the season I've had so far, I figured I'd just rather roll in the trailer, top three, and we'll just build on it from there. I don't know what the plans are for next year or the rest of the season here, or really what. I think this is the last race, or the only race we're planning on running this year, but if maybe somebody will want me to drive their car, or we can get something worked out to bring this one back, but bring it home in third and roll in the trailer, which is a pretty good night.
Yeah, and tell me about, you talk about setting him up. It's hard to set somebody up here because you got somebody up your rear. Jason was giving you tons of pressure there for the longest time.
Yeah, I guess he wanted me to get up and pressure him, but like I said, Tim's fast, and if you started pressuring him, he'd just pull away from me. So, like I said, I tried to get him to back up a little bit and pace himself, and then just try to kind of like sneak attack him coming off the corner, but that didn't work neither. So, but he's that's why he's won so many times here and won 9 times, 9 championships. He's just good.
Jason Myers here, Bowman Gray, opening night, man. Tim, like you just had a little bit more motor than you. It was a tire game at the end. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with motor. Tim could just get in the gas a whole lot harder than I could. Not knowing what we needed for 200 laps and just going by what we practiced at, we tightened the car up a little bit, and it just wasn't enough. We started off way too free. Tim started off a little tight, so his got real good at the end, and mine just got freer and freer and freer the longer we run, and we were just hanging on all night. I wish we knew before the race what we knew after. We really could have tightened the car up a lot and helped it out, but although we had a good race car, I don't think anybody else had anything for us, but at 83's tough, man. But hey, sit on the pole, finish second, we'll take it.
How much of a problem was them lap cars tonight?
Most of them were okay. The one that thought he had to help Tim for Tim to beat me was a real problem. You come over here one time and trash your car in practice and put it back together and get in the leader's way when you're getting laps, just completely uncalled for. We don't race like that over here. When you've never run over here before, or never even really finished on the lead lap anywhere before, you've got to have a little respect for some people. And I think that's what it's just, a lack of respect.
Tim Brown, winner here opening night, 200 lapper, 67th career win. Man, that thing was just awesome tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, the race car was really good, man. Our guys worked really hard over the winter to take a race car to won 8 races last year. We completely tore it down, made things lighter and lower, and just it was an awesome race car. Raymond, what a power plant in that thing. It is ridiculously fast, and it's the same motor we just run Caraway with. They didn't get my stadium motor done, so that's my tour motor. But I'm gonna call them and tell them I don't even want the new one. I'm just gonna run this one all year because it runs so good. But car just drove wonderful. Tires worked great. Just everything just went our way tonight, man. What a way to start the 2013 season. The Hayes Jewelers Modified, winning the Hayes Jewelers 200 with Bruce Hayes and Zach Hayes and all the fine staff from Hayes Jewelers here to watch. Just what a night, man. It was awesome. Having Ralph Brinkley here with his old Modified, it's just been a great night. Like, one of the highlights of my careers tonight is to win this race with Bruce Hayes and Zach Hayes here for all that they've done for me over the years. It's just, man, I'm elated. I don't know what else to say. It's just awesome.
Yeah, and tell me about it. You won 67. You broke the record last year at Ralph, and you got 9 championships. You're a modest. You're the most competitive person I've ever met in my life. But you're modest. You don't, you you don't brag about what you got or not. Does that ever stick in your mind? You know, you're fixing to break the record of all-time wins here coming up.
Yeah, it does, and that, you know, that's one of my goals for this year. And I'm not trying to be big-headed or boastful or whatnot. It's doable. Like if we can keep performing like we are, we won 8 races last year. Is it doable? Yes. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But if it don't happen this year, then maybe next year, and if not, then the next. But I honestly think with the equipment and the backing and the team that I have, winning 5 more races shouldn't be, you know, out of reach for this race team. And you know, the good Lord willing, we keep our sponsors and keep the wheels on this thing, and you know, hopefully we can come back next week and chalk us up another one.